Hello, Virginia Beach school students. I am Jonette Mungo, your Virginia Beach 4-H agent, and I am here to welcome you all to the 4-H Embryology Project. So you may have seen already in your classrooms that your teachers or parents have picked up some eggs for you to embark upon a wonderful journey. An excellent journey, if you would, of hatching baby chicks in your classroom. So I just want to welcome you and then give you some information that you are going to need in order to complete the project. Okay, so are you ready? Good. First of all, I have some little notes to make sure that I tell you everything you will need to know. Number one, you're probably wondering what type of chicken you have. You have what is called a Bovin's brown chick. Okay, so when it hatches, most likely it will have yellow feathers. And then once those yellow, chick feathers fall off, their brown feathers will grow in. Our eggs come from a very special hatchery in Blackstone, Virginia. These are not the same eggs that you buy in the grocery store. We have to get these eggs specially for the Embryology Project because our eggs are fertilized eggs. The eggs in the grocery store are not fertilized eggs, and only fertilized eggs will produce a baby chick. So we go to Blackstone, Virginia to a place called Brooklyn Hatchery, and we pick up our eggs there. They supply eggs directly to 4-H programs just for embryology so that you can learn all about the life cycle and embryonic development through hatching baby chicks. And of course you get to see the baby chicks because they're super cute when they're born. All right, so once your chicks are hatched, okay, you have two choices in the classroom. Number one, you can adopt your chick to a home somewhere in an area of Virginia Beach that is allowed to have chickens. Or you can return your chicks to our office April 1st and they will live life on a farm here with a farmer that has agreed to take them in for egg production and fertilizer production. Okay, all right, so remember, April 1st, your chicks will come back. So once they hatch, you get to hold on to them for a little bit in your classroom. There are some things that you will need to know to make sure that your hatch rate for your chicks is high. Okay, the first thing you want to do is always start with clean hands. And so I have this poster here that talks about backyard birds and salmonella. As you know, eggs are germy, okay? And they, you can pick up bacteria that is harmful to you from these eggs. But also, your hands are also germy. So let's be honest, children. You pick your nose and boogers and you're chewing on stuff and you may not wash your hands good when you go to the bathroom, and all those germs and bacteria are dangerous for a developing embryo. So you have to make sure that you first start with clean hands before you handle your eggs, and then after handling your eggs, you make sure you wash your hands, okay? All right, next thing to understand is that your eggs are porous. Okay, porous means that there's tiny little holes in that shell. And so oxygen and humidity, or the moisture that's in the air, actually gets absorbed through your eggshell. So if you put anything on the outside of the egg, it will be absorbed into the egg and it will affect that baby chick as it is developing and turning into a chick. The other thing for you to remember is that your incubator is there to provide warmth and humidity while your eggs are incubating. Okay, so you have to make sure that the temperature is maintained and that the humidity is maintained in your incubator. You may also have an automatic egg turner in there that will rotate and rock the eggs from side to side in your incubator. That's important because there is a very thin membrane on the inside of your egg. And if the eggs are not turned, then as your embryo develops and your baby chick develops, then it may not develop correctly and it may be lopsided or stick to one side of your egg, which is why the humidity level is important in your incubator, okay? So this publication I have made available on the website, the same website that your teacher accessed this video from, and it will tell you all about the humidity and temperature for which you should keep your incubator. So you have responsibilities in this project. And this is a very easy project, and it's a very easy way for you all to take an active role in your own education and learning. So there is this form in your packet that your teacher has, and this is your embryology record. So every day you will monitor what, in the morning and in the afternoon, what the temperature is in your incubator, okay? And you might even have a thermometer in your room to figure out what the temperature is in your room as well, okay? So every time, if you don't have, so each time that you monitor and check the eggs for the temperature and the humidity reading, you will record it on this form, okay? You will do that every day. If you decide to candle your egg so that way you can see on the inside of your egg without having to harm your baby chick, then you can also mark that as well on your sheet. So this is a record for you all to keep in your classroom, and you can be assigned a task or a day to monitor the eggs and to record your data here. Just like in a regular experiment, making observations and recording your data is very, very important. And this embryology project is a very fun way to get you involved in that process of recording data and making observations. Now, how will those observations and data play into the hatching of your baby chick? Remember this publication? Well, inside of this publication, it tells you some different things to look forward to. If you notice some things are not happening correctly with your baby chick, on page 6, it has a table at the bottom that talks about what may happen, what things you'll see with your chick that will indicate what happened during the incubation period that may have caused some issue, problem, or something weird develop with your embryo, or your embryo may not develop at all. And so this chart right here at the bottom will help explain some of that to you. Okay, your chicks will hatch in 21 days. There is a process called candling that you can shine a flashlight through your egg, and your eggs are brown. They will still candle and you can see them. It's not quite as easy as if you had a white egg, but your brown eggs will still candle and you can still see inside, and you can still observe how that embryo is developing, and the eyes and the heartbeat and the blood vessels and all that in your embryo, okay? If you really want to know how that calendar works, there also is a calendar for you as well. So this calendar, which is also on the website, all right, is one that you can use to check your embryo's development throughout this project, okay? Let's talk about your responsibilities. Number 1, monitor the temperature, okay? Keep check on the egg turner to make sure that your egg turner is working to turn the eggs. If you don't have an egg turner, make sure you mark with a pencil an X and an O on one or either side of your egg, okay? One on each side. So that way you'll know how you've turned the egg and which way you need to turn it next, and keep track of that. Follow your teacher's instructions. Very, very important. Follow their instructions. And then make note of any questions that you have and send them to me, all right? I'll answer them. And this is a good way to teach you all how to write a letter, or send an email. Either way, it's still the same principle as writing a letter. Start with a greeting and a salutation to me, Miss Mungo, your 4-H agent. Ask me your questions and give me an opportunity to answer you back via email or letter. And then we can also schedule a Zoom where I can talk to you, show you some things, and you guys can ask me questions real time. Okay? I hope that gets you even more excited about this project. Now, I'm gonna do some close-ups and some other things for you and show you something really, really cool.